God blessed me with a beautiful family, a beautiful wife. We had it all. We had it all. We had so much love in our house and our family. I regret taking things into my own hands. I regret not being patient with my wife. Those things that she was not doing was small things. It was nothing big about it. I was selfish. I should have held on longer before I stepped out on my wife and cheated. I miss my children and the genuine smiles on their face. I miss them coming and running in the bed with me and Melody. I miss our family outings. I miss us doing business. We were the perfect couple. We worked so well together. I'm a family man. I love family. I'm not a cheater. I even want more kids. Even if me and Melody don't get back together, this is not what this is about. God really took me through, and I knew that I had to get my turn. So I would just laugh when I saw things happening because I went to hell and back. I mean, I lost everything, but God made a way for me to come back. I thank God I had people around me to strengthen me, to encourage me, to lift me up. That's why, guys, I will tell you all, try to lift people up no matter what, because you don't know what you may go through in life. I never dreamed that I would go through the things that I went through because of the decisions that I made. But I knew I had to go through it because Mel and I are overcomers. We've been through a lot in our life. We've been through ups and downs and we defeated them all. So I knew we would overcome this. I am so happy that we are co-parenting. We are communicating now. We're filming together now. And nothing is going to come between that. No money, no fame. Nobody is going to put me in a position to mess that up. We are moving forward and I am working to make it even stronger because I know I put my wife through a lot, my ex-wife through a lot of pain and suffering. I saw it. I was there. I know what I put her through, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry that I was selfish, that I was just thinking about my own needs, that I didn't put my wife first. I didn't put my children first. If I had it to do over, I would not have made the decisions that I made. God has given me another chance at this. I love family. I am a family man. I love marriage. I love marriage. I asked Melody to marry me on her graduation from college. Even though I didn't see that growing up in my family, I mean, some of my aunts and uncles, but like my mother, I knew I wanted to be married. And I knew that Melody was the young lady for me. We were perfect together. We have so many similarities. Angry at, what took place. But Melody and myself were both operating out of hurt. I'm not, saying that she was 100% to blame because I know I am to blame. I'm the one that stepped out on my wife. Everything else could have been worked out. And then the TV, the audience got involved, the public opinions of people. It was a disaster. It was hard to get over that. It was hard to get over that in the public's eye. But things are moving forward, and I'm happy to say that. I am happy to say that our family is moving forward. When I tell you I went through, I'm not the type of man that cries. I never cry over anything. When I tell you it was just my bed and my closet, that's all I had. I was there to support Melody when she went through her hurt and pain and to be there for her. But no, I didn't have anybody. I didn't want anybody there for me. It was just me and my house alone dealing with what I had to deal with because I knew I had to deal with it. I knew I had to overcome this. I knew that with time that I would eventually start the healing. And I knew that with time that Melody would start the healing. So this is a step we are taking in the right direction.
When it was about my time to hurt and things like that,
Yeah.
we were kind of, like over.
Okay.
And then, shoot, my bed and my closet, and it's moments that I would laugh at because it's like it's almost like, yeah, my turn, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's a learning experience. It's a process
it
of
is.
development. So, we all get a turn. Everybody gets a turn.
Oh man, I tell people don't throw them rocks. I tell people do
Oh,
not throw rocks at nobody.
right.
Um, if anything, you should just try to uplift,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the person has done.
Right.
You should try to uplift because you don't know what you're going to go through, and you're going to want that support. You're going to want that love. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to want those hugs. You're going to want that support.
Right.
I
Right.
tell people you're going to need that support because it's tough. And again, you don't know what you're going to go through in life. You don't know when you're going to go through it. You don't know how you're going to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna need some strong people around you to see you through.
So if you could have done anything different, considering everything that, has happened, what would you have done differently? Because, we're in different mental spaces when these things,
Yeah.
right? So knowing what you know and knowing where you were then, what would you have done differently?
I would have accepted certain things
Mm-hmm.
that my wife wasn't doing. You
Okay.
follow what I'm saying? Some of my complaints,
Mm-hmm.
I could have held on a little longer
Right.
before taking matters into my own hand.
Right.
Because I mean, we were. I'm not gonna lie, we were a great couple. We
Uh,
were damn near like a perfect couple.
yes.
And we both got busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started complaining about things like that. But I feel that if I would have just accepted certain things, because it wasn't, and when I look at it now, I look back like, damn, it wasn't that serious. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's just when you're in the moment, when you're
Mm-hmm.
moving so fast, it's almost like you're thinking somebody just, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. We
Mm-hmm.
just sit your ass back and just look at it like, is it that serious?
Right.
You got this amazing marriage, these amazing children,
Mm-hmm.
and you about to go around and mess it up? No, no. It's okay to be rejected here and there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Especially when you're in a marriage. So if I could have done anything different, I would have just accepted a lot longer,
I,
and not complaining so quickly.
I don't want to give too much, but I have one more question, and then I'm gonna let you
Hey,
guys go.
hold on. What's your question? You might need to text me.
Well, it's okay. No, it's because like this is just for like the men, like
Both men and women, when we're in the moment
mm-hmm.
of complaining about certain things and you want to mess up a little bit here and there, you really don't think about the consequence. I tell you what, if God would have showed me all that I've gone through
Mm-hmm.
by effing up like I did, it's
Yeah.
like I would have set my ass down in that bed and just chilled like that, girl. All right, I'll catch you next week. I'll go in there and cook. I
Right.
got those kids. So
Mm-hmm.
I would have,
Because see,
yeah.
that's important for the people who follow you and who are listening, who may be in that same headspace. Like if you had to do it all over again, you would have said, you know what? It's not that bad. Let me
It's
just,
not that bad.
yeah, it's not that bad.
No, because I tell you what, once you start messing up, you might continue to mess up. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what? We ain't gonna we gonna put a pin in it right.
Hey, yeah, it's nothing like married life. I'm telling you, married life is amazing. I mean, I talk about that all the time, and people, and I think people would say, Martel, you messed up your marriage. I'm like, no. I mean, I did, but I do love marriage, and that's dear to my heart.
Mhm.
And I want to be married again. I do cherish marriage and things like that.
So
I
that's
did
good.
love my ex-wife, and I love my children, and
Mhm.
I feel that children should be raised in with both parents at home if possible. You
Yeah.
know, as long as you're not about to kill each other. But I
Right.
still feel too that do not give up on your marriage so easily. You
Right.
know, because I feel it's so important, and I think life is so important too. And
Yes.
then raising your children is so imperative. And then it's tough. Like right now, I have all my children here. I have all of my children here at my house, and for 7 days. And they go to mail for 7 days, and whenever they hear, though they with me at times, it's like it still hurt because I feel that I remember not too long ago that their mom and dad we were both here, and my kids were just smiling genuinely,
Mhm.
and I miss those days with them running to the bedroom and jumping in the bed, like with those real smiles and just so happy to see mom and dad.
Do you
Um,
guys would ever reconsider and get back together?
don't be asking me questions like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be asking me questions like that.
What? Listen,
uh,
I mean, really, because you can. That's a
yeah.
possibility.
How much longer we got on here? Oh, we finna talk about you too because I know my.
Well, guys, there you have it. Martel Holt spills his guts. Oh my goodness. You heard that. I told you all when she said, do you think it's possible you all would get back together? It took him over. He could not even speak anymore. So listen, we know Martel and Mel, okay? We know them. They have fooled us before. Why do you think people are so indebted in this relationship? There's no telling. There is no telling. I know people are saying, oh, she'd be crazy to do that. Yes, Martel took his wife through the ringer and back. Yes, he did. I would not stand here and lie. As he indicated, he was operating from a place of extreme hurt. He went above and beyond. And it wasn't typical for a man to do that. And that was his take. He was breaking the barrier, the ceiling that people put men in this box. This category that men can't tell. This is his perspective. That he was going to tell his story no matter what. He was wrong for what he did. He was totally wrong for the things that he did. You understand? But again, like I've indicated to you all, people people do react to people's actions. People have reactions, and you don't know what that reaction may be. We don't like it, we don't want to hear it, but people react. Are we used to a man doing what he did? No. It's unheard of. But he wasn't happy about Melody not making any excuses because, again, she had the right to do what she wanted to do. She made her song telling her feelings, telling of what happened in her relationship. He wasn't happy with it. So he felt like he didn't have a platform to tell his truth. Nobody believed what he was saying, whether it was true or false. Again, as I've indicated, we can't determine whether they tell the truth or not. We just know that people can respond. And that's the way he chose to respond, although I believe it was wrong. And I guess in his eyes, he sees it now as being wrong. But at the time of being hurt, of feeling like nobody's listening to you, of feeling like nobody's on your side, this is the decision that he made. He's here telling everybody now, I was wrong. I should not have done the things that I did. But getting back to what I was saying, listen, Mel and Martel are the same. They know they have fooled the public before. There are people saying she'd be crazy, whatever. Listen, this love will make you do some crazy things. You understand? Mel and Martel know who they are as a couple, as a unit. They knew what they were able to accomplish. They knew what they were. Anything's possible. I mean, hey, if she wants to take her husband back, if she wants to consider it, if she wants to date, and more power to her. I'm all for marriage. Again, what Martel did was wrong, but we know that we know that we serve a God that forgives. Melody knows that as a Christian. So she may not see it how, other people judge, the world sees it. No. She may be looking from a whole nother lens. You understand? She may be looking from a whole nother lens. So is it possible? I believe it is. Will she do it? I don't believe so because of the public humiliation, because of the hurt and pain, because it was in a public arena, because the world watched it play out on TV. It would be very hard for her to take him back. Do I think she would consider it? I do. I think she would. But do I think she would do it because of the way it played out? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. She's too strong. She doesn't want to look weak. You understand? And not that she would be weak, but in the eyes of many, it would be a weak and wrong move. They would never let her live it down. And she know God forgives. God throws our sins and our things into the sea of forgetfulness, but man does not. God is not like man. Man will not let you live it down. So yes, I mean, do I think she would consider it? I mean, her and Martel, are very close. I mean, they shared a lot of years, a lot of things. They pretty much grew up together, and the baby is a whole nother piece. Jesus, the baby is a whole nother piece. But I've seen it. I've seen women go back. I've seen women go through and live through that pain. I've seen them overcome. I've seen marriages restored. I've seen God restore marriages. Now, they weren't played out on TV, though. This is the difference. You understand? It's a totally different situation. Again, Mel is not the first woman to go through this. She's not. This is the part. She's not. Women have been through more, worse, but it wasn't played out on television. That's the piece right there. That's the blockage. You understand? But anything's possible. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.